Hey everyone, and welcome. We have an absolutely fantastic explainer lined up for you today. We're going to break down a framework that is literally a game changer for how you navigate your daily life. We are talking about the Yale formula for purposeful leadership.
So, have you ever just woken up, stared blankly at the ceiling, and honestly asked yourself, why am I even doing all of this? Like, what is the actual point? Man, it is such a relatable feeling. We all study so hard, work these crazy, exhausting hours, and we're just rushing through life. But deep down, despite all that constant motion, we just feel kind of lost. It's a rough place to be. But hey, you are definitely not alone in feeling this way. So let's figure out how to shift away from that endless, aimless exhaustion and move into a real, structured search for meaning.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The search for meaning. You know, when we feel lost, the world loves to throw these super weak solutions at us. I mean, we've all seen those cheesy sunset photos on social media, right? The ones that just say, just believe in yourself, or follow your dreams. Well, today, we're taking that fluff and tossing it right in the trash where it belongs. We are going to look at real, rigorous science. We need a truly systematic way to find our direction, so we'll be exploring exactly how top management experts tackle the search for life purpose. No more empty platitudes. We're building an evidence-based foundation.
Moving on to Yale's connected leadership.
To get that rock-solid foundation, we're going to unpack some core concepts from a totally fascinating, famous course at Yale University taught by Professor Peter Boyd. And he points out something really interesting. You see, people rarely fail just because they aren't talented enough or because they don't work hard enough. No, they fail because they lack a personal mission statement. Think of it like a personal compass. Without it, you just wander around. But with it, suddenly making those massive, life-altering decisions gets so much easier because you finally have a true north guiding you.
So, the big question, how do we actually build this compass? Well, Yale gives us this highly actionable 3-step formula that you can literally start using right now. Step 1, discover your core values. Step 2, figure out exactly where your skills meet your passions. And Step 3, write your actual mission statement. Let's see how this all comes together into a practical exercise.
Step 1. Core values.
All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. We need to identify your foundational pillars, the stuff that matters most to you. We're talking things like freedom, learning, helping others, wealth, family. Now, these are just a few common examples, but I want you to ask yourself, what are the top 3 most important things in your life? Just jot your top 3 down. You absolutely have to clearly identify these priorities because, well, they form the very base of your entire mission. And here is why this is absolutely crucial. As perfectly captured in Yale's research, if you don't write down your values clearly, any goal you choose will eventually feel meaningless. Wow. Let that sink in for a second. I mean, you could climb all the way to the top of the ladder only to look around and realize it was leaning against the completely wrong wall. Defining your values is literally the only way to make sure your future victories actually feel like victories. Okay, on to step 2, skill meets passion. Now that you've got your core values locked in, we're ready to find the intersection of 2 critical areas in your life. This is going to help us really narrow down your focus. Picture a table in your head. On one side, list what you are truly, measurably good at, your skills. Then, on the other side, list the things that actually give you energy and joy, your passions. Don't overthink it here. Just brainstorm and list them out. Got those 2 lists? Great. Now compare them. Your true purpose doesn't live in being amazing at a job you absolutely hate, right? And it also doesn't live in loving a hobby that you have 0 talent for. Your true purpose lives right at the exact intersection of those 2 areas. When you find that sweet spot, the overlap between what you're good at and what actually fuels you, boom, you found the engine for your mission.
Which brings us to the climax. Step 3, mission statement.
This is it, the whole shebang. You have your values, you have the intersection of your skills and passions. Now, we take all of that raw data and synthesize it into one single powerful sentence. And here is the literal fill-in-the-blank Yale formula for you to use. I want to use my blank to help blank achieve blank. It's that simple. You pop your skill or passion into the first slot, you put your target audience, the specific people you actually want to impact, into the second slot, and then you plug your core value right into that final slot. It is just such a brilliant scientific way to structure your aim in life. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it looks in practice. Let's look at a real-world example. The creator of our source material actually filled this in for their own educational platform, and it goes like this. I want to use my passion for learning to help young people find their growth path through science. Do you see how perfectly clear that is? I mean, once you have a customized script like this written down, your daily decisions, like what projects to say yes to, and honestly, more importantly, what to say no to, they become crystal clear.
Finally, let's look at your dynamic compass.
So you've done the work and you've got your statement, but we need to quickly talk about how you should treat this new personal compass going forward. The professors at Yale always remind their students of this one vital fact. Your mission statement is not set in stone. It is a dynamic, living compass. Actually, scratch the idea of it being a permanent rulebook altogether. As you gain new skills, as you enter different seasons of life, you absolutely need to review and update it. It evolves as you grow. If you want to stop wasting time stumbling down the wrong paths, having this kind of evolving, scientific foundation is, hands down, the best way to live.
We've covered a ton of ground today, turning Yale management science into a totally practical tool you can use right away. But hey, learning is only half the battle, right? Application is where the real magic happens. So I'm going to leave you with a direct question. Ask yourself, honestly, what is the #1 core value in your life right now? Grab a piece of paper, write it down, and start building your own formula. Thanks for joining this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and go take care of that personal compass.